Hi, welcome to Indie Reads Aloud Audio, episode number 2. I'm still brand new at this. We're only on episode 2, so still a little shaky. I am your host, Diana Catherine Plopa, and today we're going to be listening to a story written and read by Lisa Jacovsky, all the way from New Jersey. So cool. I love meeting authors from other places where I don't live. I'm in Michigan, so someday I'm going to get a map and hang it on the wall and put a push pin for everywhere where I get to meet an author. That's going to be fun.
Right?
So Lisa currently lives in her hometown of North Brunswick, New Jersey. She works as a child development specialist with early intervention. In her job, she is able to help children under the age of 3 with cognitive and developmental delays, sometimes with a diagnosis of Autism Spectrum Disorder. She's been working in the field of applied behavior analysis for 8 years, and this is where she had inspiration for writing her very first children's series, Let's Talk. Her hopes for this series are to inspire families and their children to be able to be open to anyone, no matter what their differences may be. There will be 6 books in this series, which is super exciting. Lisa has always loved writing and hopes to use this way of expression to show the beauty that autism spectrum disorder is all about. Thank you, Lisa, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Diana. I am so excited to be here.
Thank you. This is going to be a good time. I'm really super happy to find specialty children's authors that are speaking directly to children. Rather than talking to adults about their children, you're communicating directly with children. So I wanted to acknowledge you for that and say thank you for doing that. What story are you going to read for us today?
I'm going to read Let's Talk Going to the Zoo. It's number 2 in the series.
Awesome. What was your favorite part about writing this story?
Oh gosh, probably writing the middle part where the meetup with the bullies and trying to figure out how is Harper going to help her friend? How do we make it okay that Emma is acting kind of silly and different? I think that was really, really fun and challenging and interesting too.
Awesome. Will you please read the back matter synopsis found on the back of the book for us?
Absolutely, I will. Harper and Emma are excited to go to the zoo for the first time. This is a new adventure for them with their daddies. Once they get there, a group of children come by and begin to laugh and point at Emma, who is flapping her hands and making noises in excitement. Harper is confused by this, but does not allow the bullying to continue. She decides to educate the bullies. Do you think Harper can? Come on and read and let's find out.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, I'm going to let you read us a story because that's what this is all about. It's story time with Lisa Jacovsky.
Thank you so much. Let's talk going to the zoo. Okay, you guys can see the illustrations too. Hi, my name is Harper, and this is my best friend, Emma. She has autism, which is just a fancy way of saying she learns differently than I do. But boy, she does not let it stop her from having fun. Autism also means she may act differently around me and other kids. She can become excited easily and begin to flap her hands. I usually smile and flap my hands with her. Many other kids like us do not really understand, but I am always happy to talk to them about what Emma might be doing. Emma talks to me differently than my other friends, as she cannot use her mouth to talk because of autism. That is okay though, because she does not need her mouth to talk to me. She can read and write, so she uses flashcards. She writes using a pad and pencil. We talk all the time and laugh together. We are always going on adventures and having fun together because we are best friends. We both love animals, but neither of us had been to the zoo yet. My mommy always says that as Emma has autism, we can learn so much from her and teach our other friends. That is exactly what we did the first time we went to the zoo. I'm going to tell you about our first adventure to the zoo and some new things that we learned. Our daddy said they would take us to the zoo one day, and boy, were we happy. It was finally the day for our visit to the zoo. We were so excited. We were almost jumping up and down while holding hands with our daddies as we walked into the zoo. The first animals we went to see were in what they call the touch pool. It means we could actually touch the animals there. We touched starfish, sea urchins, and something called a cow-nose ray. Daddy said we had to be very gentle so that we did not hurt the animals. Emma and I both loved the animals. After visiting the touch pool, we went to see the tigers and lions. They were our favorite animals. The tigers were big and orange and so pretty. We could stare at them all day. We just didn't want to leave this section of the zoo, but there was so much more to see. Next, we went to see the monkeys. The monkeys could climb so high and swing so fast. Emma and I could not believe it. It was so fun to watch the monkeys swinging through the trees. Emma got so excited that she began to flap her hands and make a grunting noise. When Emma was flapping her hands, some other kids came over and began to point and laugh at her. She did not seem to mind though. She kept looking at the monkeys, but I frowned at the group because what they were doing seemed mean. Why are you pointing and laughing at my friend? I asked the girl in front. Her name is Jeanette because she looks dumb flapping her hands. Who does that in public? Jeanette said, laughing. I said to her, Emma has autism, which means she learns differently than we do and may sometimes act differently, but it does not mean she is dumb. That is mean to say about my friend. She can read and write and understand everything we say to her. And our daddies came over, swinging their arms like monkeys and making silly sounds. My daddy said Emma may act differently sometimes, but that is okay because being silly anywhere is what monkeys always do. Monkeys don't care what anyone else thinks, so why should we? Let's have fun. He started to jump up and down and make silly faces. Then one of the boys in the group walked over to us and began to jump up and down and swing his arms. Hi, I'm Jerry. I like being silly and think autism is cool, he said, smiling at me and Emma while the group of mean little kids walked away. Jerry, our daddies, Emma and I jumped up and down, swinging our arms, laughing so hard until our bellies hurt. After we made a new friend in Jerry, we went around the rest of the zoo with him, his daddy, and our daddies. We got to see bears, birds that were the colors of the rainbow, and sea lions. We even got to feed a llama. We had the best day and learned a valuable lesson. No matter what anyone else thinks, it is more fun to be ourselves, no matter how silly we look. The end.
Yay! Thank you very much for reading. That was a great story.
Thank you so much, Diana Catherine. Oh my goodness, that was so fun.
Thank you. I love children's books. I don't care how old I get. I'm always gonna love reading children's literature. It's so much fun. You know, it takes you back in time.
Yeah, I feel like you don't ever have to actually grow up, especially when you read children's books.
I agree with you 100%. I hope you'll come back and read another time for us.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. I made a note so I can go back, and I will be back with book number 1 and then eventually more books that I published this year. Thank you so much. That would be great.
Thank you for coming. I'm so grateful that you're willing to go on this new adventure with me into radio. It's a blast. So I'm having a good time bringing story to people. So thank you for being a part of that journey.
Of course. Thank you for starting this adventure. I always love any kind of event that you do. We always have so much fun.
We do have a good time.
Yeah.
Anybody who says books are boring doesn't get it.
I agree. I mean, I loved your festivals last year. That's why I was like, I need to sign up for this as soon as I saw it. This has
I'm
been a
so
blast.
glad you did. Thank you again for coming. Again, Lisa Jacovsky today read for us, Let's Talk Going to the Zoo. Thank you, Lisa, for joining us on Indie Reads Aloud Radio, and we look forward to having you again.
Thank you so much, Diana Catherine. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.